Hi guys, good afternoon. Matheus from Uncut Sports. My question is about the playoffs. What's more important in playoffs, technique or adaptation, in your opinion?
Mindset, neither. Mindset. I think our mentality is very lacking. So it doesn't matter what we play or how much knowledge we have. It doesn't matter.
Now the questions from Discord. Dori, do you have a question? I got a bit lost here.
Yes, I do. Can I?
No.
Posso, Bruna?
Yes, please, please.
Okay, good afternoon. I'm sorry for today's result. My question is about Zekas. Why choose to put him just in the third game, not in the first one or the second one, as Weiser didn't train well as the injured?
I mean, Weiser trained with us for the majority of the season. So, um, and he wanted to play. He really wanted to play. So we gave him the opportunity and we trusted in him. I think, unfortunately, we were not able to win those games. And going into the last games, I had to think a little bit about the team atmosphere. Um, and that's why we had those changes eventually. But, as I said, he trained the whole year with us. And personally, I don't think, I mean, I think Top had very little to do with the series.
Thank you.
Brucer,
Hello guys, I'm Bruce from Ilha das Lendas. My voice is kind of weird, so if you guys don't understand, I can repeat, okay? So I feel so sorry for your loss, Seal and Smiley. But my question is for you, Seal. Seal, you made a lot of changes to this cage, to cage this year, changing your roster with Boal, Morteus, and Disamis, for example. Clearly, these changes weren't good, right? Do you think it was worth replacing those players? And what would you do different if you could go back in time? Do you understand or you need me to
Yeah,
repeat?
I think a lot of those changes had to happen, and they had nothing to do with the game. They had a lot to do with how people were and how people were feeling. Um, yeah, I mean, we didn't really have many options when it came to that, and yeah, I mean, I think I was put in the spot for these changes. I think the only thing, um, no, actually, I can't speak further on this matter, but basically, I think it was very difficult, just because of the sequences of things that happened, and obviously, it was not worth it because we lost. Not worth it.
And you do something different if you could go back in time?
I think it's hard to say. If I said that, I would have tried to make it work with Disamis, no matter what. Um, I think it would have been really hard either way, and we probably would have had the same result. So um, it's less about what happened; it's more about what I can do now. And there are lessons that I learned this year that I can't speak about. So um, I'll probably take those for the rest of my career and onwards.
Thank you.
you have another question from Shotana from Chip Sports Brazil. Sil, how would you access your planning and the team you've put together so far this year? You lost your franchise player and haven't been able to achieve consistent results in CBLOL Cup or this first split. What does the future hold for this lineup, given that the EWC qualifiers start in a few days?
Yeah. I mean, let me think about this. I'm not sure I'm allowed to fully answer this question. I think the only answer I can give you is if I had to assess my own performance, it would be probably it was just a very poor year on my half. I wouldn't say it was a problem of operational issues like day to day. It was more of a problem between transfer windows and what I could have and could not have done. And we took some big gambles this year, and none of them paid off. So I would say that my overall performance as a head coach and manager was disastrous.
Question from Ian Teixeira, Mais Sports. Good afternoon, SeeEl and Smiley. My question is for SeeEl. You said that the goal is to win at least one split this year. How do you climb that mountain after such a turbulent first half of the season?
I think he misquoted me. What I said was our goal was to win all 3 splits, and I think we could do it. I also said that the absolute worst case scenario would be that we at least win one. That was the expectation going into this year. I think the expectations made sense given we had 4 or 5 players that just won a championship and that performed very well internationally. We brought a support who just came top 8, which I think is the first time in history of Brazil, in the middle of his career. And we were not able to do even the bare minimum. So obviously none of the KPIs were hit this year. I think the mistakes, a lot of mistakes were made, and now it's about assessing the damage and the situation and see what we can do moving forward.